Hello, my knights, and welcome back to this round table. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to raise my voice for this. Are you seeing this? Are you kidding me? November 7th, 2024. You actually expect people to buy this. Earlier in the year, now Naomi, what's his name? Matsuoka? I believe that's it. Naomi Matsuoka said that the PS5 is in the latter half of its life cycle. For one, you released two versions of the PS5, one with a disk drive and one without. And then you decided to go all digital and completely can the disk drive version. And then have people buy a proprietary disk drive and stand. And you're doing the exact same thing here. And not only that, making it $700 freaking dollars. What in the hell are you smoking, Sony? And please, if possible, can I have some? Because I hear that California weed is strong. This is absolutely unbelievable and unacceptable. PlayStation fans, hell, ignore Xbox Series, okay? Ignore him. Forget this even exists, alright? Put that, you know what? There, did it for you. This is completely unacceptable. What is this? $700. 700 pounds. 700 euro. 800 euro. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Why are there people who accept this? Why are there people who accept this? Like, please tell me, why are there people who will accept this? And now, got the PS5 Pro. And, Also, you want to know how much yen, you want to know how much this much yen is in US currency? That's over $800 right there. That's over 800. And how this in US currency, that brings it to almost $900. Look, I know people will try to convince others to get this console. I implore you, that $700 you will spend on this PS5 Pro, you can put towards a $700 PC. And you will get way better performance out of the games that you will play on the PS5. Trust and believe. I am on PC. I'm glad I game on PC. Does that mean I hate my consoles, or do I hate console gaming? No, not even in the slightest. I would never say that. That's the reason why I have a Switch resting on my PC right now. I have a PS4 that's next to my PC that's under my desk. As I've said, I got two PSPs. One is resting on my PC as we speak. I have a Series X and I have a PS3. I want to continue to game on as many things and have as many games as I possibly can on as many devices as I can possibly get my hands on. But this is not something that is worth anyone's time or money. They want you to pay $700. And guess what? That stand is $30. And guess what? That disk drive is fucking $80. So guess what? You're going to be paying $810 for this one console. Not to mention, if you don't already own a headset, there goes like $110 right there. So that's up to $930. Oh, you don't have another controller for a friend? Fork over another $70 to $80. Hey, guess what? That's over $1,000. A whole ass grand you could have put into a PC. $700 PC? Fine. Find you some cheap monitors until you can fucking, get better ones. And then get a desk, get a chair. Peripherals are fucking dirt cheap. Until you can get better ones, get you a mouse pad, nice and simple. You don't need to go over the top. You don't need to be extravagant when it comes to PC gaming. You can just spend as much money as you're willing to just let yourself spend on a machine. Whatever you're going for, whatever graphical settings you're going for, whatever performance you want to go for, you can do it all on that one machine. That one machine gives you an entire litany of options to how you want to tweak your game and how you want your game to perform. I'm just saying, if this is something that you actually want, go ahead. I won't tell you how to spend your money, but this is just me personally. I implore you to not spend your money on something like this. This is just corporate greed with a proprietary stand-in disk drive. That's all they're proving this is. Hell, they did that with the PS Portal. They did that with the PS5 when it came out. It's the same thing, just a different day. And this whole thing is just disgusting. Why? Like, why? And what's even worse is that they raised the prices in Japan and are still keeping the base PS5 $500. Like, you would think the base console would go down in price when the Pro version comes out. Or if you're making a cheaper option, which they had at the time. But yet, the cheaper option turns out to be more expensive than the base option, period. Because if you want the disc drive, you're going to have to pay $80 for it. And if you want the stand, that's $30. And you're already spending more money on a freaking discless PS5 than you would have at base price. It's frustrating. You're wondering why I care so much about this when I play on PC? Well, it's because I want all gaming ecosystems to be better than this. Better than what Nintendo's doing by freaking repackaging years old games and just having them beefed up with newer graphics and it looks prettier when they could be making new games. Xbox, I'm giving you credit because yes, you're actually trying, but you need to market better and be a bit more damn ruthless. Like, from 2020 to 2024, we have seen PlayStation be extremely cutthroat when it comes to video games because they don't really have many of their own. That's not really the problem. My problem with it is the fact that Xbox used to be a lot more cutthroat back in the 360 era. But then they softened up. And I agree with the fanboys when they say that they've softened up way too much. Now, I do believe Xbox does need to be a lot more ruthless and a lot more aggressive when it comes to certain games, especially with how it comes out that Sony have been money-hatting these indie studios, these AA studios, to pad their game count. This is disgusting. It proves that Final Fantasy 16 was money-headed. It proves that Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth was money-headed. It proves, well, we already proved that Stellar Blade and Black Myth Wukong were already money-headed because A month before release, all of a sudden, oh, we're not including the Xbox version anymore. Huh? Oh, it's a memory leak issue. Bullshit. Because the Series X outperforms the PS5. If you don't think it does, just do a side-by-side with certain games and see how much better they actually run on the Xbox Series console than it does on the PS5. I'm not just saying that just to say it, it's truth. And Sony, you guys just need to be fucking better. You need to be better than this. This is the PS3 fucking era all over again. But worse. Much worse. For all the faults the PS3 has, and the fact that I even have one is a miracle, but for all the faults the PS3 has, it at least had a fuck ton of games made for it during the end of its life cycle. And those games were fucking iconic. It's like, don't get me wrong, you had plenty of good titles at the start. Come on, God of War 3. Who didn't want to play that? Everyone wanted to fucking play that. And since I'm no longer in the mindset of being in one camp over the other, it's like, sure, I'm on PC, but I do keep my consoles around because, hey, what if I just want that nostalgic feeling, you know? But this is not something anyone should accept, anyone should be trying to parrot, or anyone be trying to downplay. This is absolutely fucking disgusting. Do not accept this. Do not even honor a deal with this. Hell, if scalpers get their hands on it, just let them have their hands on it because it's not worth your time. For $700, for the $800, for the over $900, you can just get yourself a PC and it will vastly, vastly outperform every console today. And this is coming from someone who is an Xbox Series S owner. Yes, I don't even really play on it anymore. Then again, I don't really play on any of the other consoles anyway. But when I get that notion, I'm going to play. This is not something that should be accepted in the gaming industry at all. All I ask is that you spend your money wisely and just do not give in to hype culture. Do not. Because this is nothing worth getting hype about. This has everything worth missing out on. Everything. This will be like the PS4 Pro, but when I decided to finally get into the PlayStation ecosystem, I bought a PS4 Pro for $100. And yes, I gave it to my ex, whom I'm not going to speak about because that's not worth any of our time. This irks the hell out of me. And just to bring back Xbox Series to close this out, the biggest L PlayStation has done this generation. That goes without saying. Thank you for tuning in, my Brooklyn Knights, and I shall see you again on the next edition of the Brooklyn Roundtable.